Maddie, you're on the air.
What? Breaking news! Good morning, America. Today is November 7th, 1944. We just had our election, and guess who our new president is? Franklin D. Roosevelt. You heard me. Mr. FDR is still our president. And so this segment is dedicated to him.
Mr. FDR's first presidential election was back in November 1932. He ran against Republican Herbert Hoover. This was the first election he won and took office in March of 1933. He had to wait a few months before he could officially take on the role of being President of the United States. But then, bam, he gets a smack with a dose of reality about the Depression and how the American economy was. Unemployment was on the high, and now he had to figure out what to do about it.
Anyway, on to his second election.
Election time was coming around again, so he decided to run again and against Republican Alfred Landon in the election of 1936. Mr. Roosevelt won and began his second term of being president in January of 1937. A little earlier than his first term, he and his team of experts continued the battle of the Depression.
The election of 1940 rolled around, and instead of retiring his role as president, he went on campaigning against Republican Wendell Willkie, and for the first time in American history, he became a third-term president.
Mr. Roosevelt won his third term and still going against the evil Depression, but then something happens. Pearl Harbor, located in Hawaii, gets bombed by Japanese airplanes on December 7, 1941. President Roosevelt asked Congress to declare war on Japan and Germany. They granted it. So then, we officially joined the war against Japan and Germany. And as time goes on, another election rolls around, and to no surprise, once again, Mr. Franklin Roosevelt's name is on the ballot for the election of 1944, rivaling Republican Thomas E. Dewey. But once again, Mr. Roosevelt has pulled through and won his fourth presidential election.
So now we continue our battle with Japan and Germany and see what happens. But that's a story for next time. This concludes our segment on History Network News. Have a good day, America.